Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, we'll be asking the cards about your future spouse or your future life partner and just your overall love story, what you'll have in your relationship when you're together. I have 4 stacks for you all today. Right over here we have Obsidian, Clear Quartz, Labradorite, and lastly Rose Quartz. Remember to choose whichever stack or stacks call out to you and just take what you feel is meant for you to hear. You can check the description box or the comment section for timestamps if you'd like to skip directly to those stacks you've chosen. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with our first stack and Obsidian. Obsidian is an interesting stone because it's seen as a dark stone, one that might have a bad sort of connection to it, something that might bring negativity. But people see it as one that can take negativity away. So you can push your negative thoughts into the stone. It seems endless, like it can absorb all the bad that's around you and really make your life sort of peaceful and happy and just more clear and positive in the future. So our first card here is the Ten of Swords. That's an interesting card to have right after I said that, because this is a sort of negative card here too. Then we have the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups. I do like that, the story that's coming out here. The Hanged Man with patience and perspective. And lastly, we have the Fates. So I want to say with the Fates card here, this is a really good stack, or a good pile right here, because we see a positive sign here, letting things come into play, letting things sort of roll out the way that they're meant to, allowing the future to come to you, rather than trying to control everything. You're allowing like your spirit guide, the universe, a higher power to guide you throughout this relationship or into this relationship. Now we're starting off with a Ten of Swords, and I said negativity, I said like bad feelings, and I would say either you or your future life partner, your future spouse, have had some heartbreak. This doesn't necessarily mean previous relationships heartbreak. This just means that there's been some things that have happened either recently or in the past that have really shaped both of you and really impacted both of you to where you felt like there is nothing that would repair this situation, because this is Humpty Dumpty, and Humpty Dumpty does not get put back together again. He's fallen apart, and this Ten of Swords here is sort of that state. And it could be right now that this is how you feel. You feel like everything is falling apart. There's no looking forward. There's no upside to anything. And it's just like you want to give up, and you just need a sign to say, don't worry, things are going to come your way. And we see it immediately followed by this Two of Cups card. And I love this Two of Cups card in this tarot deck because it's sort of romantic. We see those 2 roses, we see those 2 cups, and it gives me like a nice dinner vibe. It gives me that feeling of just love, like just the 2 of you spending time together, the 2 of you just connecting, getting to know each other, and to have that immediate contrast, and to have this Obsidian here representing letting go of negativity, to like allow yourself to put your faith into fate and into this, like just pushing all your negativity away from you. This is that like where you're at right now, and this is where you'll be really soon, because we do see that jump, right? We see that like instant. There's no like gap in between here. There's no card here that's representing a journey. This is immediate. This person is coming into your life soon. I would say like be on the lookout. This is going to be somebody like really charming, really sweet, like just very romantic. And this is like a major part of this love story. This person just sees you and is like, I don't want to like say wine and dine you, because it sounds sort of cliche, but I would say that because we do have those cups and we have the roses, I would almost say they love sort of like movie like romance. They're into doing those things that they see like on the shows and the movies when people are really like loving and cute. They want to do those cute things. They want to buy you roses when somebody walks up to you with flowers. They want to do those things. And I see that as a major part of this love story. They just really have it like all set up with the 2 of you. But we have this Three of Cups, and I almost want to say, like, this is family. This is kids in the future. This is that growth of the family, and you really becoming this, like, really strong team, this group. It seems like there's, like, quite a distance in between here, so I wouldn't say, like, children immediately, but in your love story, I am seeing, like, at least one child coming in. But here it seems like a really joyous occasion here. A really good, like, happy, I would say almost like this is something that you've waited for, or you both were waiting for. So this is a big, like, major step, major plan in your relationship when you two get together. This is like a big part of your relationship. And it seems like really good. Like, we see a lot of just like family building, romance, love, and we see that continuation of cups. So I would say that this really spills over into the rest of your life with this person. This is like that continuation of love and romance and expressing their feelings for you. We have the Hanged Man here, and the Hanged Man sort of like the one that stands out, the one that doesn't really, you know, fit into the rest of the story. But with this deck in particular, everything has a really positive sort of spin on it. So rather than it being a negative connotation, you know, rather than seeing it as somebody who's hanging upside down, you see it as this praying mantis sort of walking around in a circle. And it's cute in a way, but it's also got this sort of fun, whimsical aspect to this card. We see patience, we see perspective. And with the growth of this relationship, and like including this like family growth here, I would say this is a personal growth that this person will help you with. This is you two growing into two strong, independent, separate people, but also one person, or like a united entity, the two of you. You will really become this really great duo that really has a great outlook. You know, you're not going to be critical. You're not going to worry about things. I think the bond you two will have, especially because of these two cards here, the bond you two will have will be something that is so incredibly strong that like all your opinions, all your choices in the future will really rely on the other in a good, like, relationship strengthening way. This is where like you both seek out each other's feelings on things. You want to know what the other's opinion is, and it seems like it's just prospering, especially because we see a lot of growth within this card. It's just like there's so much going on here. There's like just growth everywhere, and it seems like it's never ending. We also have this like little bright spot behind the mantis's head, and it sort of reminds me of this card here with this glow from the stars here. And it really seems like almost like this is representing the two of you coming together to let go, to let the fates decide on everything, to let the universe guide you, to let everything that is supposed to happen, because like you're really believing in that higher power together. And that leads me to think like within this love story here, you two have a really good way of speaking to each other and understanding each other, and your beliefs are very, very similar. It's like you were able to bond over something in the past when you two come together. You're like your individual pasts really unite each other. Like this relationship is so secured, you know. It's a really good relationship. But this love, like here, it's growing. We see a lot of blooming, a lot of happiness. We see that continuation of plans and life here, constant, you know, and really just sealing it off with this Fates card. Just a beautiful love story here. I really do see a lot of growth, a lot of happiness here, and just this person seems very romantic, like just a very, very, I don't know, they seem like the type that would surprise you and just, you know, try to just show you their love like all the time. So that's what I'm seeing with this first stack. And if this is the only stack that you've chosen, I would wish you a beautiful day and like just happiness, and I hope you are healthy and that your family is doing well, and please just have a wonderful day, week, and year. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye. Starting with our second stack and clear quartz. Clear quartz is all about clarity, clearing your mind to make sure that your vision is unhindered. so you can see everything that you're meant to see and get to the place you're supposed to be at in the easiest, like the smoothest way. So starting off with our first card, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Then we have the 3 of Pentacles, Justice, the Emperor with focus and stability, and lastly we have building blocks. I really like that building blocks at the end of this. I think that's a good card to have. That's really showing that there's a lot of hard work that goes into this relationship, and that there's a lot of dedication and I would say on your part, their part, and really on everyone's part, the family, to make sure that this is a long-lasting, good, solid relationship. And it also looks like this card here, there's a lot of similarities between these two, with focus and stability tying into building. It's a good combination. We also see over here 2 cards that go together as well. And with the 9 of Pentacles, we see this girl and a bird. And you might think, what does a girl and a bird have to do with a relationship? But to me, this is a representation of you two. This is the love story card. This is how you start off. Even though it seems like they have nothing in common, we see that this girl is steadily walking down this path without any fear of the bird, and the bird has not flown off, which the bird can do. The bird is not tied down, but they choose to be together, even though they might not be this similar in style, even though they might not have everything in common. There's a choice to be together because there's something very important that bonds them together, and that is the epitome of your love story. There is something that bonds you two together. It's something very core, I would almost say your soulmates. It seems like there's something here within this story that is all about you two just really being fit for each other, made for each other. And it's interesting because we see all these flowers around the back, almost watching over them, watching to see what they're doing. And I want to say it's that's your family watching over you two to see what it is that makes you two compatible, what it is that unites you two, and overall just what it is that is special, because I think they'll see you with this person and they might think that if they're nothing like who they expected you to be with, but they see it as something good, something positive. And it's even tied into this card here with the 3 of Pentacles, because we see that communication. We also see the same colors represented in this card as we do in this card, that continuation. So these people start communicating together. These are communicating together, and I would say that they see you two as a beautiful couple. And there's probably one person in particular that really is the one that says this person is meant for you. This person is meant to be with you. You two are really, really good for each other. And with that sort of beginning, I would say that it really grows strong, especially because we do see the building blocks here and that growth of the relationship, that continuation well into old age, forever. This is a long-term relationship. There's a lot that goes into this planning to get to the future, right? This is constant building. This is constantly working hard to create a wonderful life, a long-term relationship, a long-term love, and a true love, one that isn't distracted, one that doesn't waver when things go wrong. I'll also say, because we see the Justice card, there's a good balance in this relationship. This person really is all about fairness and all about treating you well, treating everybody well. But I would also say that you are the type that's really wanting to have a good balanced relationship where everything is really talked about, where you're discussing everything to make sure that everything works right, to make sure everybody has their voice heard, and to also make sure that it's fair, so that neither one of you has any negative feelings toward the other for maybe not having been heard. So it's all about that fairness. And I would say that we see that communication card, we see this Justice card with that fairness. I would say that there's a lot of talking. You two are very comfortable with each other. You talk about the issues, and there's no hostility, there's no anger, there's no frustration. It's really like you're able to discuss any issues you have calmly, get to the bottom of it, and move forward. And we see that focus here, that focus on the long term. I would say that that's a major like value or core belief for both of you, that forever they don't want somebody else. They don't want, you know, to move on and to try it again. And neither do you. You want the same thing. So it seems like that focus on forever is really what ties you two together. It's a strong relationship. We see a very, very strong relationship here, and one that is constantly moving toward the future, one that's constantly growing, and really it's like they want to, with you, like together completely, create the best future, one that is free of any major issues, not like arguments. You know, they want to make sure that like you guys have a good savings, or you guys have future plans that are good, and just things that are fun. You know, they want to make sure that if they want to, like maybe go on a little trip, that you're able to. It's all about planning to make sure that your future is comfortable. That stability is also representing comfort, you know, not having to worry about anything. Let's say with this, we see more of where you two are really good at communicating, really good at understanding each other. This is a really true soulmate relationship. This is where you two are capable of uniting in a way that people didn't expect. People don't see often. I would say because we see all those flowers watching over this, it's something that people aren't familiar with. Not just seeing two people that are sort of different with each other. It's really seeing two people that are really committed and continuously working hard to ensure that relationship. It's really the hard work that is like the center of this love story. You two are so dedicated to each other, so invested in working hard and building this relationship and growing this relationship and protecting this relationship. That's another important part of this. It really seems like it's all about you two just sort of unifying, becoming that one, and continuously, like this is forever. This is a great relationship, and I see a true bonding going on, especially because we see that sort of building represented in both cards here. I would say that this is a really good unification here, because you're building together. There's no separation. You can't go back and take these apart like one by one. This is like permanent. This is attached forever. This becomes one person. Well, that's what I'm seeing with this second stack and clear quartz when it comes to this love story. All right, that's the only reading you have, or the last reading you have. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Please stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye. Starting off with our third stack and labradorite. Labradorite is a stone that's supposed to help you rid yourself of any negative feelings you might have towards yourself. Anything that's telling you that things won't happen for you, or that, you know, you're not lucky enough. Those things. This is to help you get rid of those negative thoughts. So our first card here is the Page of Swords. Next we have the Hanged Man, the Empress, Transformation with Transition and Liberation, and lastly we have New Life. We have a lot of change going on here. We have these two cards that are very similar in meaning. We also have the Empress that can represent new life, new beginnings, and sort of a change in the way that you look on life. Even the Hanged Man represents a new outlook. So we're starting off with maybe a card that doesn't necessarily fit in with the rest. So we're starting off with the Page of Swords here. The Page of Swords in this deck is sort of representing a herald, somebody who is announcing things to the public, somebody who has a sort of job to do, things to get done. With this specific stack, though, I would say, because we're seeing that representation of an announcement, it seems like this is a big deal. This relationship is a really big deal. And this could be just for you. This could be for them, this could be for both of you, the same amount of like happiness and excitement about this relationship. And I wouldn't say it's in a youthful sort of like naive way. This is in a way where I think both of you, when you meet each other, you sort of have that feeling, but as the relationship grows, as you two get to know each other more, it really becomes more and more clear that this is something that you've both waited for and you never thought would come. And that, I want to say, almost ties back into that labradorite option, or that labradorite stone, with that belief that like it's not meant for you, or you're not going to get those things, that negativity. So having this finally happen is that excitement. That's where it's coming from, that you finally met the person you're supposed to be with, and they share that excitement. They have that same feeling, that same optimism, that same happiness that you have. It's really like you want to tell everyone, you want to run around and say like, look at us, we're together, we found the person we're meant to be with for the rest of our lives. Even though the heart's on this little rabbit, it's like just pure excitement, and then that love going in there. He even has a heart on his sword, and he's got that little trumpet ready to like announce it to the world, to gain everybody else's attention that you are in this person's life. This is that excitement here with your future life partner. Just really excited about just being in this relationship. And we have that like completely contrasting here with the Hanged Man, where it almost seems like a really dark, negative card to follow. But it seems like there's also maybe a heartbreak within this. I don't want to say within this relationship, I mean with this person. There seems to be something that happened that led to this belief that, like nothing good is coming. This could also be you that thought, after maybe a previous breakup or just having things not go well, maybe it's you that's thinking like that you're isolated, you're alone, you're away from everyone, and it could be with this card representing, since it's not the first card, could be that this is just saying that this is what you're getting out of once you meet this person. This could be that there's still a little hesitation within this, or this could be that this person is going to bring you out of this negative spot, that this person is going to show you that there's no need to isolate, no need to stay away from anyone, that they're there, and it's like they're announcing it to you, like, I am here, you can be happy, I am here to make you happy. That's really what this is saying to me. But we also know with the Hanged Man card is not always what it seems. We look at this and we see Hanged Man and we think negative, but this is a bat, and bats sleep upside down. So this is not a bad omen. This is nothing really negative here. It all depends on how you look at this card. And it could be that this is just telling you that you need to reevaluate, maybe look at things different, and see that it's time to remove that negativity or that pessimism that you might have for yourself. We have the Empress here with that strength, that knowledge, a lot represented within her growth. She's experienced a lot, and that is tying into this relationship, is showing you that this person isn't going to judge you. This person isn't going to be negative. This person is really going to be understanding, and you're going to be the same way, because you've both gone through something that has gotten you to this excitement. I said that you're both excited because you both didn't think that this was going to happen. When this person comes into your life, that excitement that you two will feel will be excitement together, because you both have been through a lot. And I would say that all that you've been through really ties into this, because like that knowledge, that experience helps you build a positive relationship, and to be very, very understanding of the other person. No like hostility, no questioning, no nothing. You're very open and understanding of the other person. And that's a key part of this love story, this really great understanding of the other person. It's almost like you don't need to hear what they're saying to know how they feel. When we see transformation with transition, liberation, and new life, tied into each other. It almost makes me think like this is representing your life as you get older. So like the kids that you might want, the growth of the family. We see new life, and new life can be interpreted as like the birth of a child, somebody coming into your life, and as well as transition, because you're transitioning into a new stage. But with both of these, we see new life and we see liberation, breaking free. And that's, to me, letting go of the past, being so good to each other, being so committed within this relationship, understanding of each other within this relationship, really caring, dedicated when it comes to this. I would say that this is really what's representing this, that understanding, knowing where you two are, being able to develop into a very positive person. I would say it's a lot about each individual really growing strong, being able to be like the person, both of you, being able to be the people that you were meant to be all along, and you needed the other one to sort of get you to that final stage. And it's really that like revival, that renewal, that further unites you two together. I'd say it's all about growth and sort of helping each other become better people, become happier people, and then just really, being there, being understanding, being sort of what completes them, the other half to them. A lot of continued support within this relationship. But I would say, because we do have this first card here, it seems like it's just such excitement and happiness and positivity when it comes to this relationship. So that's what I'm seeing with this third stack and Labrador. And if this is the last or only stack that you've chosen, I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that everyone around you, your loved ones, are doing well. Please stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Starting off with our first stack and Rose Quartz. And Rose Quartz is a stone that's supposed to represent good, positive love, self-love, love for others, hope for a good future, good overall emotions. First card is the Seven of Pentacles. Next we have the Daughter of Cups, Strength, the Four of Shells, Soul Searching and Reevaluation, and lastly we have Peace. A lot of birds here. I see a lot of birds, and this could have a lot of different meanings, but I want to say, because we end up with the last card with Peace, this is a big takeaway here for this relationship. We start off with the first card, the Seven of Pentacles, and we have that bird at the top that's sort of representing a little bit of negativity, a little bit of maybe a bad omen, something that is sort of weighing on your mind, something that you've thought about a lot, and it's sort of always there nagging you, or something that's always like in your mind and you can't stop thinking about it. No matter how like hard you work to forget it, it's still there. And we see that in this card because this character is painting over all the white roses with red paint to make them look red, because the queen wants red roses. But there's like, at any moment this crow can come in, or this raven, and they can say, or they can alert people and say, look what's going on, this person is painting these white roses red. And of course that would cause a big to-do, and things would just be hectic. So I would say that that's sort of where you're at. And this could also be where this person is at, where you're both sort of trying to figure out what it is that's going on. And by going on, what I mean is like everything that's sort of been happening around you. So we see the Daughter of Cups, and we see this, once again, another bird. And even though this bird is isolated, we see this rainbow, that their shadow isn't solid black. We see that it's a rainbow, and it's representing a lot of positivity. And with the Cups card, we see an overflow. We see abundance. So a lot of good, positive things that are coming in within this card, within this relationship. A good, like a change from that negative to positive. We see that still a bird represented in both cards, but we're seeing those negative thoughts go away, and we're seeing them left with just this positivity. Mostly when I see this here and I see a rainbow, I think of hope. And hope to me is saying that you're looking at this as a good place, a good person to be with, a good place to be at, and a very good relationship for both of you mentally. This is just a good way to live. You're just really with them in a good way, and it's like there's no negativity, there's no worrying, there's nothing that might have been involved in a previous relationship or even if it was just maybe you saw a relationship and it was very negative and you worry about your relationship being like that negative relationship, I would say that this card is representing that happiness that is going to come, that hope and that determination, especially because we're followed by the Strength card. And you know, with hope, it takes a lot of strength to hope. You can be a pessimistic person, you can have a negative outlook on life. It takes a lot to stay positive. It takes a lot of strength to continue to believe that there's a brighter future. And we even see that here with soul searching and reevaluation here. We see that, like, both of you, I would say almost it's like you're coming together and your love story is that you two help each other get that brighter outlook. It seems like working hard or being willing to start this relationship is the major part of this relationship. If you've had a negative relationship in the past, or like I said, if you've seen a negative relationship and it really heavily impacted you, this is saying that you take that leap. You know, you go ahead and start this relationship with this person whenever they come in, and it's really something that you're hesitant about because you don't know how it's going to turn out. But it turns out incredibly well because we see like a good growth here. We see a lot of positivity coming and a lot of support, especially with this Strength card, because we can see it as like the characters, she's putting herself in a pretty negative situation, but we also see it as she hasn't been injured. Like nothing has happened to her. She's put her faith into this situation. She's put her faith into this animal, and this animal has responded to that faith. And that's really this person and you. They respond well to you. They listen to you. They hear you. They understand your concerns, and they want to rid you of those concerns. They want to make sure that your look on this relationship is positive. They want to make sure that if you ever worry about anything, if you ever think that maybe things aren't going to go well, this person is here to sort of fix those things, to protect you from those things, to always stay by your side, and to show you that true commitment. They're that one that is going to work hard. This is a true, like, good person. This is a really good person. That's all I can say about them. They're a good person. With the Four of Shells coming in with soul searching and reevaluation, seems like this is that final stage of this relationship. Like when it comes to you two like uniting, it's not like the end of this relationship. It's that thing that really shows that you two are meant to be together. They're willing to go on that soul searching and reevaluation journey with you. They're willing to stay by your side when there are bad situations, when there's anything that comes up that is negative. They're still there with you. They're constantly by your side, and it's a lot of just being there for you. I see this person that's very supportive, very loving, very like wanting to help you with your battles. I would say that they're not one to try and take control over anything. They don't want to step in and fight those battles for you, but they definitely want to be like a cheerleader for you. They want to give you that strength and that support to continue on, to move in the direction that you want to like go after whatever it is you want to go after. This is a very supportive person. We see all that going on here. We see a lot of like issues here and there. We see the like before you two get together, that trying to create this relationship. But I would say because of those four cards being together, especially with that pure sort of true love, that healthy love represented in this rose quartz here, pink quartz, we see that it's sort of clarifying all of this. It's saying that this is going to be that love that you've waited a long time for, the one that you didn't think would happen, the one that maybe you're hesitant to move into. Maybe when you do meet this person, you're not quite sure if this is the right one, but we see that represented here. This person is going to be very patient, very understanding, and really willing to work toward building that trust and solid relationship. And with all of that, I've ignored this one final card for a very important reason. This is peace, and with peace coming in with a dove and this image being filled with just calmness, even these little hearts falling and this little egg, this is this, like the epitome of this relationship, of this love story. This is peace. This is what this person will bring to you. This is what this relationship is to you. It's peace. You will be at a place in your life with this person that is ideal. Like everything that is like within this relationship, this person is your safety. This person is your love, your support, your courage. This person is your backbone, but in all of like the greatest ways. This person will just dedicate themselves to you. This is such great love, as in so many different forms of love, as a friend, as a love, as, you know, a partner, as somebody who is there for you to tell you the truth and to hype you up. This is everything within this card. This is this person. This person is really going to be that peace in your life. So that's what I'm seeing with this fourth stack and rose quartz. And I hope that you were able to resonate with that stack. If that's the only stack that you watched, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've watched the entire video, I want to thank you so much for watching the entire video. I hope that you are all staying healthy, and I hope that your family is doing well, and that everyone around you is really, you know, looking up, and that like there's a really good brightness and positivity around you. I want to say thank you to all the people that leave such wonderful comments and are super kind. Please stay safe. Have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye.